What's going on, everybody? It's Yuki once again, giving you guys today's talk of the day. And today's talk of the day is Mario Maker. And in the community tab, I said I would talk about why I returned. But I do want to go into context. So I'm going to be talking about what is Mario Maker, why did I return, what's the draw, and I'm also going to be touching on Mario Maker Yuki, the YouTube channel I'm making for Mario Maker material, and what's going to be on that, and talking about potential return to Twitch. I'll explain why in a moment. Let's talk about first what is Mario Maker. So, for those of you out of the loop, Mario Maker is a single player game with an extension to multiplayer experience, which allows you to create your own Mario based levels from Mario Maker 1, from Super Mario Brothers 1, Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3, as well as Super Mario World and Super Mario 3D World, the game, which allows you to take parts of the game, place it in your own level, and make your own contraptions. Think of Mario Maker, if you do not know about the ROM hacking world, think of Mario Maker as Lunar Magic, but on console. So if you're not aware of Lunar Magic is actually like the original version of Mario Maker, which allows you to make ROM hacks, but on a more simplified scale for Mario Maker. Because in Lunar Magic, you can actually program a lot of stuff if you know programming very well. You can create different customized boss battles. Same thing here in Mario Maker 2, but you have to learn about Mario Maker. So, with now the extension to multiplayer, the multiplayer component of Mario Maker 2 allows you to play with other players or your friends some levels that people have actually created. There's also a co-op mode and a multiplayer versus mode, which allows you to play against other players on user-created levels. All levels using multiplayer were actually made in Mario Maker 2 by the community. You never know. One of my 10 levels that I made could be part of that. It's a very small shot, but it's a shot. So that's but the main draw is making your own levels and sharing them with the world. That's the main draw. So, what propelled me to return to Mario Maker after a few years, or a few months in this case? Let's start back in the beginning, 2022. Back in 2022, I did try Mario Maker stuff for a stream. This was way before we started anything else with 2023 content. So we did endless run night. We tried to do a Kaizo night. Although back then I was still not used to playing Kaizo game. But 2023 I started learning how to do a Kaizo game. And look at that. I have made eight of my courses I made in Mario Maker 2 are Kaizo related. So what is a Kaizo? A Kaizo hack or a Kaizo level in terms of Mario is a level made hard on purpose. So these levels are something that you don't usually see in a regular Mario game because these are made difficult on purpose. The way you call it, Kaizo, is actually Japanese for rearranged. So you could see a level 1-1 remake, but in the Kaizo format. So normally you don't see spikes on Mario 1-1, but in a Kaizo game you could. And what's more interesting is you can troll players. You can troll players. Hey, here's a question mark block. You want a mushroom? No, you get a fish. You get some fishies. So that's how the troll works. But you don't tell them that. You just let them figure it out by themselves, and hopefully you get some laughs out along the way. So with Kaizo and me making levels, you know what? I decided, you know what? Let's make this a thing. Well, not the Kaizo stuff yet. So 2022 passes. And I'm like, you know what? Let's try some other content first, and see if this Mario Maker experiment was just an anomaly or is this going to be a thing. So back back in 2022, I took some stats, not stats class, but I did look at my numbers for YouTube when it comes to Mario Maker. Mario Maker made 100 something views in the first week, provided that it was two streams. Can you guess that it would beat VR Chat out of all games? So that means VR Chat went to number two that week, that first week. I'm like, okay, it's just 1 week. Let's just see what happens in week two. The second week rolls around. We did Mario Maker and VR Chat. Guess who came up on top? Mario Maker. Mario Maker came out on top again. Second week in a row. That's twice that Mario Maker went to number one. And actually, VR Chat dropped to number three because of Call of Duty that week. We had a special Call of Duty week to celebrate the new season and the new map. I believe that was Fortune's Keep, 2022. And that was the only reason why VR Chat went down to number three. I'm like, okay, 2 weeks in a row, not bad. Third week rolls around and Mario Maker returns to number one once again. VR Chat is now number two because the Call of Duty event was over. So Call of Duty went to number four. So I noticed a trend. Mario Maker is beating out VR Chat by a lot. Provided that in week two, the Call of Duty event did not happen. Then that would be still number one and two. So my top two content wasn't VR, was Mario Maker and VR Chat. So I decided, you know what? Let's see if this was an anomaly or this experiment was actually good. So we decided to try. I decided to try different games. And Call of Duty, when I made it part of my main games, was not doing well. The only reason why it did well a few weeks was because I was playing with like Jimmy, Gaming with Green, or we're playing Resurgence. That would be the only reason why it would do well. But other than that, by myself in rank, no. So that was a bust. And then we did Puppy Playtime a few weeks ago. That was a hit. The only reason why, most likely, is because it was during Halloween. We were supposed to play Puppy Playtime Chapter 2, but because my PC blew out, I had to put it on hold. I am still going to do Puppy Chapter 2 though, no matter what, even if it's past Halloween, because I still want to experience Mr. Puppy Playtime. Okay? So that's still going to happen. But that could be a hit if cards go right, if we play our cards right. So what propelled me to come back? Well, a few things. So a few weeks ago, before my PC blew out, Bryce actually, our buddy Bryce who plays with us Fortnite, actually talked to me about Mario Maker again, like on Discord. And I said, you know what? Yeah, you know what? It's been a while since I did Mario Maker. Because Bryce makes levels as well. He plays Kaizo levels too. He made me Kaizo levels to play. I remember that. But you know what? Yeah, let's bring it back. Let's run it back. So we did that for a few days. And then, of course, the PC blew out. But before that, Mario Maker number one. Like literally I think the first week that we got it back for preseason mode, we got over 50 views total. And that's way more than VR Chat again. Again, the trend is the only reason why it's not number two, it's not number one this time, is because of Poppy Playtime Chapter 1. Because Poppy Playtime Chapter 1, 100 something views, then Mario Maker at least 100, then VR Chat went to number 3 because of Poppy Playtime Chapter 1. If Poppy Playtime did not occur yet, then it's 1 and 2. But still, the return of Mario Maker is around the corner, and it's still around the corner once my PC gets fixed. Okay. So what's the draw this time? The draw this time is the same thing: viewer levels, as well as viewer levels where you can submit levels. But there's a twist this time, and this is what I want to get into with Mario Maker Yuki. On YouTube, there's going to be a channel called Mario Maker Yuki. Once I start returning completely, with PC being fixed and stuff. Okay? So there's going to be a Discord component. You have to join the Discord if you want to be part of Mario Maker Yuki now. You do not need to have a level to participate, but you do need a level if you want to see your level played either live or in one of the showcases I'm going to be doing for video editing, for video creation content. And which is why I already decided that there's going to be a new schedule of content when I return. I'll explain that in a different video though. So, Discord component allowing you to submit your levels live or not live, and you get to see them on YouTube. We're also going to have a website component which allows you to see your levels on the website I'm making for Mario Maker Yuki. Now, am I going to make the website from scratch? I'm still deciding, because making a website from scratch actually costs money, especially if you want to put it up on .com. But it's still a possibility. I do, however, have a Weebly option, which is a free option, allowing you to go for that for free. And if I do decide to do a merch store, I can do that too on Weebly. But that's not going to be for now. So what's going to be on our return when we return officially? So we're going to have a few new things that I discussed in a video, but I want to go review it all again for you guys on this video. So we have viewer level night. Very simple. Make sure you have your level. Give me the code. I'll play it live. Keep in mind that this is going to be based on first come first serve. So if you queue in your level number 2, then your level is going to be next, number 2. Keep in mind, however, there is a new rule that there's a retry to make sure I have enough time to do levels. There's going to be a limit on how many times I can do a reset. 25 if it's regular, 50 if it's going to be a Kaizo level. Okay, so keep that in mind. That is a rule. I don't want to stay on the level without checking out the others. So 25 is going to be for normal. I'm going to say 50 for Kaizo. The second thing we're going to be doing that's new, that's returning, is going to be a Super World night where I play Super Worlds from the community. Very simple. Number 3, we're going to do an endless run night. We'll be doing the endless run challenge to see how many levels can we beat in a difficulty level without after losing all lives. Okay, so we'll see what we can do with that. Then we're gonna have new things here. We have something called Kaizo the Yuki. Kaizo the Yuki is a special viewer level night where only Kaizo levels will be accepted. Kaizo. So if you have a Kaizo level you made and you want to Kaizo me, go ahead and submit it live. That's also an option. New this season, new in 2023 and 2024, is going to be Troll the Yuki, which is going to be similar to Kaizo the Yuki, but only troll levels will be accepted. So if you want to troll me, make fun of me in a level, have fun. That day is for you. Then we have two new things. We have Mario Maker Bingo and Mario Maker Draft. So Mario Maker Bingo, submit your levels on Discord without giving me a description. Then I'm gonna pick 25 of those levels and put it on a randomizer. And then what you're gonna do is make your own bingo card, like BINGO. But in this case, it's MARIO. So Mario Maker Yuki, Mario Maker Bingo. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna spin a wheel. If I clear that level, I'm gonna call out that level, and then if I clear it and it goes green, you can mark it on your bingo card. If you get a bingo, you get Yuki coin, and anybody in that bingo also gets 100 Yuki coin. Okay? And that will be a new, and then we'll be getting started a new card with the same 25 levels. Okay? So that's something we're gonna try. Then we're also gonna try Mario Maker Draft, where there's gonna be 9 levels. Same thing with bingo, but it's 3 rows, 3 columns. So let's just say, for example, row 1, column 2. There's a level there. If I clear it, if I clear that level, it goes green. If I clear the column, everybody in that column gets 100 Yuki coin. If I clear the row, that row also gets 100 Yuki coin. If I clear the row and column, and if your level isn't green, it's green in that row and column. Like for example, row 1, column 2 is also row 1, row 1. So that middle level gets 200 Yuki coin. If I clear the board, everybody gets 300 Yuki coin for that board. And then we're gonna draw 9 more levels. So that's the draft. So 7 different types of content. Oh, and there's one more I just thought of. Hold up. This is why I do videos like this. This is why Mario Maker is good. There's a new thing I'm gonna try, and I never talked about this in my first update video of Mario Maker. And that is called Super World Speedruns, or SWSR. Super World Speedruns is exactly what it sounds like. There's gonna be a timer, there's gonna be splits. We're gonna be speedrunning a Super World for one night. Now keep in mind, some Super Worlds are only two worlds in. So it's gonna be different. There's a Super World I'm playing off camera right now that's really good, and I think you guys are gonna like it. But I'm not gonna put it in the description today. I'm gonna wait until I give it to you for real when my PC is fixed. Okay? So when my computer is fixed, we're going back to normal content. Okay? But we're gonna speedrun a Super World on Super World Speedrun Night. Okay? Now, there's 2 types of run. There's 2 types of run we're gonna do. One is a walkthrough run where we could just explore the Super World, all the levels, without the worry of finishing by like in 2 hours. Okay? Then the second run is we're going to do an actual speed run where timing is key. So the first one is what we call the walkthrough run, where we just explore the level, what the level has to offer, some secret areas and all that good stuff. That's going to be the walkthrough run. I can still do splits, but it's going to look a little bit different than the regular speed run. Then the second run is going to be the real speed run, where splits and all that good stuff. And we just run, regular speed run. So that's a brand new content I just thought about. Just about 30 minutes ago before this video. Okay? So 8 different types of content. Now, the Mario Maker Yuki channel. I want to talk about this, because there's different types of content that's going to be provided for you, along with our regular live stream content. So when can you expect this to start? Well, when the PC is fixed, of course. That's number 1. Number 2, what types of content? So we're going to have live streams of Mario Maker number 2, like normal. Then what's gonna happen is we're gonna have a highlight area based on those live streams. Then number 3, we're gonna have levels made by the community that I enjoyed. So these are levels that could be played during a live stream, but I couldn't get into them in time. And then number 4, we're gonna have like a spotlight section for that channel. So let's say that I enjoyed a certain level that I couldn't play live because we couldn't get into it, or a level that I didn't get to show you guys because I found it off camera. So it's like a spotlight. So we're gonna spotlight a level or a world or a few levels, and then I'm gonna help you find that creator. Because these creators in this particular playlist is going to be like, let's show them off, let's present them, let's give them some love. Okay? So what's gonna happen is for that playlist, we're gonna have 3 or 2 levels from that creator, followed by if they have a super world to check it out. Then number 5, playlist number 5 on the Mario Yuki channel is going to be Mario Maker Yuki channel. It's now going to be a super world show off, where I actually play through the super world. We're gonna play through a super world, world by world, level by level. Sometimes I'm gonna have time to show off secret areas in case you are interested in those kind of things. And sometimes I'm gonna actually speed run the world. So again, those speed runs I just talked about for live stream could also be for Super World Show Off. And then number 6, playlist number 6, I'm going to think about this one very carefully. So let's see about this one, because I have a website component that's going to be added to this. So number 6, playlist number 6 is going to be a top 5 list. So each week we're going to highlight 5 levels from different creators, maybe sometimes from the same creator. We're going to have that in a top 5 list every week for you guys to check out. But I'm only going to spotlight creators that actually deserve that highlight area. And then there will be some honorable mentions. I'm going to have some honorable mentions. These are levels that are very good, but they just missed out on the top 5. And maybe 7 levels will be showed off, with 2 being honorable mentioned. So that will be our top 5 showcase each week to show off the worlds. And sometimes it will be from our live streams if I do enjoy the level, and sometimes it will be just by playing Mario Maker off camera. You never know. And then number 7, playlist number 7, is gonna be what Mario Maker stories. My stories of me making Mario Maker, playing Mario Maker. Actually, excuse me, scratch that. Number 7, playlist number 7 is any levels that I make myself. Like, I make the levels, you play. I give you code, you play. Those kind of things. Now, there is a little bit of a hint about something I'm planning to try. And that is for our, if we do go all the way with Mario Maker Yuki as a channel, and we unlock memberships and all that good stuff, at 500 subscribers on that channel, I'm going to be adding a early access area to videos. Mario Maker related, of course. And you guys get to support the channel and the content and the creators of those levels. So a triple win. And you get early access to that material. I'm not sure what it is going to be just yet, but I have a feeling I know what I want to try. One of the early access content ideas I have for Mario Maker Yuki is going to be allowing you to see a time lapse of me making the level. Okay? So that's what I'm thinking. So 7 playlist ideas, 1 early member idea access, and all that good stuff. So I know this all sounds exciting, but please make sure to note that but we have to wait until the PC is fixed, okay? I'm excited about the content that I'm gonna provide. Okay? That is your Yuki talk of the day. I hope you guys are excited about the content that's coming up. And Yuki Coin, and this could be part of a Yuki Coin-a-thon idea. I'll explain what that is in another video. We'll see you guys in the Mario Maker creation content.